Good to see you all. This is Hershey, your SST instructor. Today I am back with chapter number 5, which is the climate of India, of your course book, Time Travelers Acknowledged Series by Amit Publishing House. As we do, get ready for the exercise. There you can see the picture, find out what is the weather is like today in your city in India and present the information in the style of weather app such as shown in the given picture that you can Google and you can check the present temperature of India and of your area as well. So let's begin with chapter kids. The day-to-day change in the atmospheric condition is known as weather. What is weather kids? Weather is change of the climatic condition. Weather is change in the atmospheric condition that is called weather, and it can change many times in a day. Sometimes it is hot, it is humid, it is sunny, it is clear, it is windy too, right? So these are the climatic conditions or atmospheric conditions. Atmosphere, you all know, it is the layer of air that surrounds our earth, right? And because of this, the weather keeps on changing. It can change many times in a day. It is described using sunny, windy, foggy, and rainy, right? And cold. The climate. Now we have learned the weather. Now we are learning the climate. There is a difference. Climate of a place or area is general weather condition of a place over a long period of time. It won't change many times in a day, right? It is for long period of time. So there's a difference between weather and climate. Weather keeps on changing many times in a day, right? One time, two times, three times, right? Sometimes it is rainy and all of a sudden it is sunny, rain stops and windy too, right? So it keeps on changing many times in a day, and climate doesn't change many times in a day. It stays for long period of time. The climate of a place influences the eating habits and the dressing sense of the people. Why the temperature and the rainfall are the two important elements that affects the weather. What affects it? It is rainfall and the temperature of that area. Sometimes temperature is low, at some areas it is medium, and at some areas faces very high temperature. So temperature and rainfall are the two elements that affects on weather or climate. On weather, not climate. I'm so sorry, not climate, it is weather. Climate is influenced by physical features of the region. We have learned about the physical features, six physical features of India in our previous chapters, right? So, climate is influenced by the physical feature. India is a large country. The temperature and rainfall vary from season to season and place to place. Some areas of our country receives heavy rainfall, while like Rajasthan or Gujarat they receive very less rain or no rainfall, right? And the coastal plains receive very good quantity of rain, right? So it the climatic conditions depends on the geographical features or the physical features of India. Now, factors affecting the climate that are location, where it is located, the area where it is located, and the temperature, the distance from the equator. What is equator, kids? Equator is an imaginary line that divides the globe or the earth into two halves, the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere. The North Pole and South Pole, you must have learned. North Pole, the equator, which is imaginary line, it divides into two equal halves. The upper portion is called northern hemisphere and the lower portion called southern hemisphere. So equator, distance from equator, where we are staying, how much we are nearer to the equator and how much we are far away from the equator, because sun rays directly hits the equator. So rainfall, and the last is direction of wind that is blowing in the region. So climate and weather that are keeps on changing, weather keeps on changing, climate stays for a long period of time. So on climate, what things that affect to is, it is affected by, climate is affected by the location, by the physical features and how near we are to the equator, difference from the equator, temperature, rainfall and the direction of wind blowing in the region. So let's see the seasons. Because of the climate, the season forms in India, the variation in temperature, rainfall and the direction of monsoon winds. Monsoon winds change the season. So we have three main seasons: summer, winter and monsoon. Some areas experience the season of spring and autumn as well. It is not there everywhere, right? Some area of our country, they see or receives this spring season or the autumn season. But main three seasons are there: summer, winter and monsoon. And this is, the seasons are different because of the different climatic condition, as the factor we have discussed that affects the climate, and we see different seasons. So let's discuss about summer season first. Summer season weather is very hot in India, right? And it starts from March to June or July. March till the June month, like May and June, are the hottest month of the season, right? And hot and dry wind called Lu that blows in the northern part of the India, northern plains, or not in the northern mountains, it is in the northern plains. It faces the hot and dry winds, which is called Lu. Dust storms are common during this time. Dust storms means storm, you know, wind. When it moves, it is called wind, and when it strongly moves, it is called storm. So dust storms, when wind moves strongly, so dust is also the part of this wind. So dust storms are very common in this season. The plateaus who experience a hot weather in this season. Plateau experience hot weather and coastal areas remain cool because of the wind or the sea breeze. We have learned in the last chapter, sea breeze, like the coastal areas are cool. Tourists at hill station during summer. We all would like to go to the hill station in summer season, isn't so? The season is marked by longer days and nights are shorter. In the summer season, the days are long and the nights are short. The mountains remain cool in this season as compared to the other part of the country, because the mountains, the temperature is very, it is down on the mountains. So in summer season also, the mountains remains cool. Therefore, people visit to the hill station to escape the heat of the plains. We all would like to go to the hill station in the summer season. Now it's time for monsoon season. Towards the end of the summer season, the humidity in the air starts increasing. I told you what is humidity? The water vapor that are present in the air. So amount of water vapor gets increased. So that starts increasing, humidity increasing, and this leads to onset for rainy or monsoon season. It starts in June and continues till the end of the September. This is monsoon season. The main characteristics of the season are heavy mountain-laden, rain-bearing winds that blows towards Indian mainland from the Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal. So kids, what is moisture-laden? Moisture-ladens are the winds that is responsible for rain to bring the monsoon season. So these moisture ladens that blows means here you can see in this, I can draw it for you. Here let me draw, just give you a rough idea. This part is Arabian Sea, right? And the Bay of Bengal is like here, Bay of Bengal. Right? So the winds blows from Bay of Bengal and Arabian Sea towards the other part of the country and are responsible for this season, for the monsoon season. So this is called moisture laden rain bearing winds that blows towards the Indian mainland, right? It moves upwards, right? So because of these winds, the monsoon season comes. The distribution of rain across different parts of our country is uneven. Some areas, some states receive lot of rainfall, while others it very less rainfall. Like Rajasthan, some areas receive more rainfall and some areas receive little or no rainfall. For example, coastal areas receive heavy rainfall, but places like Rajasthan, it receives very less rainfall. And drought means sukha padna. So, because of the less rainfall, the Rajasthan has the drought, often leading to a drought. Due to heavy downpour is again rainfall. Monsoon also cause floods and landslides. Floods means overflowing of rivers or waterlogging is there, so it leads to floods and landslides on the mountainous region. You must have seen when you are visiting, I don't know you have visited or not to the any hill station during the rainfall. The landslides you must have seen, and when landslides the road gets blocked, right, you stuck there. So landslides in certain regions, the region of Tamil Nadu, Karnataka and Kerala receive rainfall between the month of November and January because of the coastline. So Tamil Nadu, Kerala and Karnataka receives rainfall in November, December and January, right? Now, winter season. Winter is a season of cold weather. It is weather. Weather is, again, just repeating one more time. Weather is the climatic condition, right, that keeps on changing many times in a day. weather keeps on changing. So winter is the season of cold weather in India. It begins in mid-November and continues till February. The days are short and the nights are long. It's just reverse as the summer season. December and January are the coldest month of the season. This season, North India states in the northern mountains get snowfall and northern plains experience the low temperature. The top of our country, the crown of country, the northern mountains, and below the northern mountains, northern plains are there. So northern mountains receive snowfall, and because northern plains are adjoining to the northern mountains, so northern plains they receive or they faces a the temperature falls down. So place experiences low temperature. Strong winds from the west, known as western disturbance, causes rainfall in the plains and snowfalls in the mountains. So what is affecting this? Western disturbance. So western disturbance is responsible for rainfall in the plains and snowfall in the mountains. Got it, kids? Now in winter season, weather is pleasant in South India and the coastal plains. Coastal plains are pleasant this time, and South India is again, they have pleasant weather. So let's see autumn and spring seasons. Autumn comes just after the rainy season and before onset of winter season. Before winter season and after the rainy season. It is the time when leaves fall from the trees or tree sheds their leaves. The weather gradually starts changing from hot to cold. Crops ripe in this season. Farmers are very happy in this season, in the autumn season. Now spring season comes after winter in the month of March and April before onset of summer season. So spring comes between winter and summer season, and autumn comes after rainy season and onset of winter season, right? During this season, plants and trees bear new leaves and flowers bloom. So earth looks so beautiful during the spring season, right? Some country also celebrates the harvest festival during this time. Spring on in this season, the trees bears new leaves and flowers bloom. So that's all for the climate. So it's time for revise what we have learned. The condition of atmosphere at certain place or time is called weather. Climate refers to the climate, the weather condition of a place over a long period of time, and weather is a short period of time. Factors determining the climate of a region include what all elements that affect on the climate, that is location, distance from the equator, temperature, rainfall and direction of winds are some elements that is responsible for climate. India has three main seasons: summer, winter and monsoon. Right? So it's time for question answers. Give 2 points of difference between climate and weather that we have already done in detail. Describe any three factors that determine the climate of the place. The factors or the elements we have discussed. What do you know about autumn and spring season? We have done again. Describe the importance of monsoon in India. Give some character features of this season. You need to describe the monsoon season. Explain briefly the summer and winter season in the northern plains. So we have already covered these questions in detail. So please do this on your own. This is your homework. So that's all for this chapter, kids. Stay excited to clamp off another videos. Catch you in the next class of SST. Till then, bye.